Thank you for joining us. All 47 unity schools closed over rising insecurity have reopened. The federal government announced the closure of the schools in November amid rising cases of kidnapping and killings in that part of the country, while reaffirming government's commitment to safeguarding students and ensuring the continuity of education across the country. Spokesperson for the Federal Ministry of Education, Folashade Boriowo, says academic activities have fully resumed in the affected schools following the strengthening of security architecture within and around their premises. She added that the students have returned safely to their campuses, with many currently concluding their terminal academic programs as well as their examinations. Dr. Ogundoro is an education consultant. He joins me alongside a security analyst, Umoru Darlington, for this two-edged conversation. Thank you, gentlemen, for being here. Okay, I understand we don't have Darlington at the moment. We only have Dr. Ogundoro. Thank you again for being here. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this message doesn't seem like the schools just reopened. Most schools are already on a holiday for the Christmas festivities. So I'm thinking, is this announcement a mere formality since there was an order earlier, or this is actually when these unity schools are reopening?
Should believe the ministry. I believe in them means that this is the time they are ordering the children to return to their schools. And so since they were ordered out of those schools about a month ago, definitely don't expect that their academic calendar will run as smoothly as the academic calendar of those who didn't have to grapple with this challenge. So this is the time they are returning to school. All
right, the federal government believes the worst is over and says schools should therefore reopen. I mean, that's the whole point of this announcement. Do you share in this confidence?
Yeah, definitely we have to believe our government. We are not as irresponsible as sometimes we are perceived to be. And of course, you know that we have also rejigged our security architecture, especially with the appointment of General Musa to oversee the Ministry of Defense. So I think confidence has improved, and better approaches to protecting our children obviously have been put in place. It's not as if we never had a system in place. It's just that we were not quite good at implementation, because we have always had on the ground what is called safe schools, approach to managing security on our campuses. But unfortunately, because of some laxities, that didn't come through very well. But with General Musa in charge now, I think things have improved significantly, and we should believe that our children are safe as they return to schools.
Okay, is there any new information on the Safe School program? I mean, at a point, we understand the House of Representatives was investigating the amount that has been expended. Either the House of Representatives or the Senate at this point, I can't specify which. Is there any update on that? And is there any noticeable changes on the ground that, inspires confidence for parents that some measures to protect their children has been fully and firmly established?
Definitely things have improved, but because of the sensitivity of the matter, you cannot discuss the intricacies of what the government is doing with respect to securing our children in schools, on air. But given the information available to me, I have every reason to believe that the government is not being irresponsible at this point in time. And they are working with all the stakeholders, including parents, who are assisting them with also resources at their own level to ensure that their children return to school and study without any encumbrances.
Yeah, I'm a bit insistent on this. Why there might not be, you might not disclose every arrangement that has been made, but Can you confirm for us, as someone who is on the inside, that there are now clear protocols as to responses to maybe threats of attack even before it happens, or when attack does happen, what the protocols would be? Is there any clarity on that?
Well, I cannot speak for the government because I do not work for government. But what
I know that, but as somebody in the academia, that's why I'm asking. You might be privy to information that we don't have.
Yeah, that's very correct. The information I have suggests very clearly that all the relevant security agencies of government are working together to ensure that we do not continue to face the embarrassment of not having our children in school when they should be in school. And all the relevant officers of these security agencies who have responsibility to ensure that things work out well are on top of their jobs, and they are working with school authorities and parents to ensure that, yes, indeed, our children study in safe and secure environments.
There was some lost time, correct me if I'm wrong again, there was some lost time for students. Are there provisions to make sure that those times, those lessons are not missed out completely?
Definitely, we are not going to be able to recover everything we have lost in terms of lesson time, given the fact that this is also end of year season. And so what generally happens, as you already know, whether it's at this level or at tertiary level, is that when schools close and children are ordered home, when they return, things are fast-tracked. So lessons that should take maybe 10 days to deliver might have to be delivered in just about 1 week. And that's exactly what you're going to experience now. So there will be some consequences, but those consequences are redeemable.
A lot of trust was broken between parents, communities, and government. Are you aware if there is any effort on the side of the government and security agencies as well to rebuild a level of trust in these communities where these students are located, not just unity schools, schools generally, so the people can give them the hands-on information they need?
Yeah, as I have already posted, to the best of my knowledge, the relevant agencies of government, including the security agencies themselves, are making a deliberate effort to ensure that they are working in collaboration with parents and other stakeholders in the industry to ensure that our children study in safe and secure environments. Having said that, yeah, so the brand to some extent has been damaged. When I talk about the brand, I'm looking at unity schools. So parents are obviously beginning to show reluctance to get their children to write exams to get into unity schools. So the number of candidates you used to find in the past who aspire to go to unity schools, that number is beginning to diminish because of these concerns.
All right, Doc, thank you very much for speaking with us.
My pleasure.